Great is Our God. Devotional Readings for Adults by Fernando, Zabala. Being read by DECHAWN'S. Day 14. The Things God Does. Scripture passage comes to us from 1 Samuel 16, verse 1. The Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and go. I am sending you to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided myself a king among his sons." Today's verse introduces us to one of the most significant passages found in the scriptures. God had cast Saul aside and commanded the prophet Samuel to go to Bethlehem, to Jesse's house, because he would choose the next king from among Jesse's sons. What were the odds that David would end up being the one chosen? From a human point of view, these odds were very slim. He was the youngest of the brothers in a culture that placed great importance on the birth order of children. David wasn't the tallest either. On the other hand, not only was Eliab the oldest, but he also had the best physical appearance. So much so that once he saw him, Samuel thought, "Surely the Lord's anointed is before him." 1 Samuel 16, verse 6. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." 1 Samuel 16, verse 7. Therefore the sons of Jesse walked before Samuel, but none turned out to be God's chosen one. And Samuel said to Jesse, "Are all the young men here?" Then he said, "There remains yet the youngest, and there he is, keeping the sheep." Commenting on the passage, Eugene H. Peterson wrote that the Hebrew word akaton, used to indicate that David was the youngest, also suggested the idea of insignificant, of not much importance. This is confirmed by the fact that Jesse had not even thought of him when he had his sons walk before Samuel. However, it was precisely David, the youngest, the least impressive, who did the humblest work, whom God had chosen to be the next king of Israel. Isn't that wonderful, to say the least? God saw in David what no one else saw. He saw the character traits that would one day make him the greatest of Israel's kings. Why is this scripture passage meaningful? Because the same God who saw in David what no one else saw and chose him has also seen in you the best attributes of your character, and he has chosen you not only to reign with him, but also to represent him today wherever you are. Oh, the things God does. Thank you, loving Father, for seeing in me what no one else sees, and for choosing me to reign with Jesus for all eternity.